Hey guys, welcome to another video. Just wanted to post a profile on a deck I like playing a lot. I don't see a lot of people playing, which is a good thing for me, I guess. People usually sit down across from a blue player and expect Dofi, but they don't expect Croc. Starter deck Croc is, I feel in my opinion, still has his place in the meta. He's definitely not as strong as Croc in terms of the amount of spam you can do with him, but I mean, with certain tweaks and engine you put in here, I feel like I can put down as many bodies. Not as fast, but you're definitely gonna have to commit some Dawn. But I feel like I really like this list a lot. I don't know. It's just something I really like. This list is really nuts. The leader is -4 Dawn to bounce a cost 5 or lower guys. Pretty nuts. The deck has a really good matchup against red. Also, pretty good matchup against green as well. So I feel like this is a really good deck that's pretty low key. Bouncing stuff, I feel like it's just very underrated. It's very strong. So yeah, we'll get straight into it. Obviously, we have the Crocodile leader. -4 Dawn. Starts with 5 life. Yeah, he starts with 5 life. He's mono blue. Everybody knows that he's the blue starter deck leader, but some people actually sometimes forget what he does. The -4 Dawn and bouncing a guy comes up, and people kind of forget sometimes. Being able to use this effect and combination after dropping your big drops, such as 7-drop Doflamingo and 9-drop Mihawk, which is a big part in this deck. We play 4 Mihawks in this deck, and it's for a good reason, because just that combination and playing that on curve against any deck is just very devastating. But yeah, so we'll get straight into it. Yeah, we got the Croc, of course. Plus, Crocodile is probably my favorite of the early villains. Probably my favorite villain. He's such a, just a thug, honestly. Just awesome. I really respect it. The hustle he got. Yeah, we can put this over here, I guess. So straight to the list. We play 4 the 1-drop law, because you gotta play your 1-drop blocker. Kind of have to. 4 Alvida. 4 Alvida, because she's a 2K counter, you almost never play her. There is a couple times I feel like you could play her, but even then you have better cards. Like, there's no point. Use her for the 2K counter. We play 4 3-drop Doflamingos. I really like this card. This card is very pivotal to the deck. You always want to open this or our next card, which is 4 Sentamaru. People forget about this card. It's from the starter deck. Works in conjunction with Pacifista. But I tell you right now, this is literally what you want to open. These cards, these 8 cards right here, are so important to the deck. You want to see at least one of them in your opening hand, because this card is your aggro engine. This is where you drop your bodies. That you establish a board really early with her. Well, him. I'm sorry. With him, that's like very, very strong. I can't even explain how good it is. If you're able to get at least 2 Pacifistas off with Sentamaru's effect, yeah, it's really tough for your opponent to come back. It's really tough. Just that constant 6K swing, just that presence of just knowing. And then if you can drop even more, there was a game I was able to drop all 4 of them out of my deck. It was just dumb, and it was pretty nuts. I really like this. Opening Sentamaru or opening Doflamingo to get to your Sentamaru is really, really important. I feel that is your early game aggression. So, and then of course we play the 4 Pacifistas. I don't play any of the blocker. I feel like I have enough blockers in the deck. I definitely do. I feel like just 4 Pacifistas is just perfectly fine with me. I sometimes think about looking into adding Kumas into the deck to maybe play the dead ones that end up in my hand that I can't get off of Sentamaru, which would be pretty cool, because he's another blocker. It would be pretty cool. Maybe if I do that, I was thinking maybe playing some of the, at least 2 of the blocker Pacifistas as well, so that way I can have more targets for Kuma and Sentamaru. Now I'm thinking about it, yeah, it's actually a pretty good idea to try out. I'll probably test that out on Simulator. Then we got 4 Boa Hancock. Right now, this is probably what I would cut 2 of for the Pacifistas. These probably easily become 2 of the blocker Pacifistas. But I do like Boa. I like her a lot. She gets you very good at like in terms of like being a blocker that can net you a card and being an attacker that can net you a card. If you have 5 or less cards in your hand is pretty threatening. Your opponent always jet pistols her. Dropping this next to Pacifista, you'd be surprised how many times people jet pistol her over Pacifista. It's pretty funny. And then they realize they have to keep dealing with the 6k. That can become 7k with 1 Don next turn. We play 4 Mihawk. 4 Mihawk, of course. 2k counter. And then on top of that, he has a 5k stat line. A 4 drop that, as long as you have 1 Don on him when he has swings, you're able to draw 2 cards and ditch 2 cards, which is really good to ditch your dead pacifistas as well. I've done that a couple times. We play 4 of our Jinbeis. Jinbeis is really good. I like this more than Teach. Even though we do play Teach, I definitely love this way more than Teach. I was running 4 Teach and 2 of these at one point. I definitely flipped it around. Now I'm running 4 of these and just 2 Teach. But yeah. This card is very devastating against red. If they end up hitting it off a life, it's very devastating. It's very, very, very devastating for them. We play 4 Gecko Moria. Gecko Moria, come on. It's able to grab back like so many of your guys. I see no point in not playing it. And it's a 5k style line. It's really good. Now our 2 Teach. I really like this card. I still like this card in certain scenarios, but against red I feel like it's super dead because a lot of their stuff has rush that you don't want to, like, stuff that he can hit usually has rush in their deck, so unless they're bouncing a Tony Chopper, Tony. So, and then we play for our big drops we played 2 Doflamingo. I was playing what's his name, Virgo. I was playing 2 Virgo at first, but I ended up cutting them for 2 more Boas because I just wanted more defense. In total I think I'm playing 12 blockers. And I feel like that's the right choice, honestly. Because there's a lot of times where you want to end up having a defensive play with this deck. But yeah, 2 Dofis. I like him. I like him at 2. He's really good. But you want to see this guy more than him. Which is your 4 Mihawks. You want to definitely see Mihawk more than Dofi. Because Mihawk is your bread and butter in terms of your mid to late game. Dropping him and using combination of effect of using 4 of the Don you use for him with your leaves effect to neg 4 and then bounce another guy. So you get a bottom deck 1 and you get to neg 4 to bounce another guy, which is just dumb in my opinion. It's absolutely ridiculous. This combo is nutty. And then going against a mirror match or going against a Dofi player and doing this, knowing that they can't get rid of yours, so they have to like it's really tough for them because they just like, oh shit, like if you drop you don't feel bad dropping yours first at all in this deck. You definitely want to. 2 Love Mellow. Well, I'm sorry, 4 Love Mellow, and then 2 Overheat. That's it for the. In terms of the events, Love Mellow is obviously a really good card, really key card. Being able to net you card when you're low on hand, and giving the 4K. Overheat's really good against unsuspecting red players, running into your stuff when they if they already have an established board and then they swing with something else first and then you're able to bounce like their Nico Robin or something like that. It's pretty funny, pretty good. Usually want to go for bouncing on stuff that is non-rush, obviously, unless they have to use the rest of their Dawn to play it, which I've done a couple times to bounce their Zoro, make them drop another 3 Dawn to play him again. And that way he's not strong enough to hit over the guaranteed stuff I know I have in my hand. Yeah, I really like this deck. I really like Croc as a character. I really like the leader. It's going into next set, obviously, Ivankov, I think, obviously, is the pick. In my opinion, over Dofi and Croc, Ivankov is just going to be so nutty. Yeah, that's about it. Deck's been really good. I like it. The one local I did take it to, it came in second, but I feel like it was 3-1 against a Zoro first round, Kid the second round, and third round it was Blurple Croc, which this I tell you right now, this deck absolutely demolishes. This deck absolutely destroys Blurple Croc. If you get Sentomaru off early game and you get like two Sentomaros out, like two Pacifistas out off of Sentomaro. It's disgusting. You just apply so much pressure that deck just auto loses. It's just dumb. They have to use so much stuff out of their hands. But yeah, other than that, I'll be playing this deck as my blue deck until the next set, and I'm pretty happy with it. So if you guys have any questions about the deck or matchups or anything like that, card choices, or suggestions overall, just let me know down in the comments below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate any kind of feedback or any kind of, bad or good, doesn't matter. All feedback is good feedback in my opinion. Just keep it, civil, obviously. All right. Thank you guys.